Hello everyone, it's me, DillysSims. Welcome back to my channel. Today is floor plan day. As always, I got this floor plan off of Google. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is not one of my favorite builds. I did not like this build. And I've complained about stuff before when I make these, and I'm gonna complain about a couple of the problems I run into when I make floor plans. Don't get me wrong, I really like to make floor plans real in The Sims, to see, this is how the house would look like if it was furnished. I love that part. Like, using your imagination to see what type of house it would be and stuff. But how do I put this? The reason I hated this house so much, and I don't know why, I just don't like, I feel like it was one of my worser jobs, if worser is a real word. One of my worser jobs when it came to furnishing. And they have 2 extra rooms that I just didn't know how to furnish, because, I don't know, typical normal houses don't come with these 2 rooms. So I'm looking at the floor plan right now on my phone, and when you first walk into the house, across the living room, it says Nevada room. I don't know what a Nevada room is, and nor did I Google it. I didn't Google it, so I just assumed it was, because Nevada reminds me of like Nirvana. And for some reason when I think Nirvana, I think, what is it called? Like relaxation and yoga. So I turned it into like a yoga studio inside the house. And to the left of that room, we have the game room connected to the kitchen. And I didn't like the way that looked either. And the backyard. I didn't add a backyard, even though there definitely is enough space for a backyard. I don't know. This was just like one of my least favorite builds. I did take new creative liberties, or not liberties. I did take a couple of new ideas, and I tried out new things in this build. Maybe that's why. Or I also think it's because of the amount of space there was in a couple of the rooms, like the master bedroom. There's a ton of room in there. And one big problem I find with big rooms is, like, everybody in the real world wants a big room. But in The Sims, you can have a big room, but then the problem is, how do you furnish it? Like, how do you furnish it so it A, looks good, but B, doesn't look full or cramped or cluttered, and doesn't look like a bunch of random objects thrown in there. So that was a big problem with the master bedroom for me, because I just don't like the way the master bedroom turned out. Excuse me, I can't speak. But the kitchen, proud of. That's it. The living room, again, that's another problem where I had a whole bunch of space and I didn't know how to furnish it properly. So we have like the long 3-seater couches on all 3 sides, so you'll see when I get there. And roofing, biggest complaint not from you guys, from me, myself, and I, when I build these floor plan houses, is the roofing. I absolutely hate roofing a real floor plan house, like, because I don't know, I just feel like the roofing looks weird and awkward and just maybe not nice enough for The Sims. Because The Sims houses, I don't know, I could build a really nice house with really beautiful roofing. Here I am tuning my own horn. Other people would say otherwise. But yeah. Oh, and another problem that I have with these houses is that, like, us humans, we have clothing and cars, and some people like myself and other people in the world, we have rooms for these items, for our clothing when they need to be washed, and our cars when they need to be stored. But in The Sims, we don't have working cars, and we don't have working garages, and we don't have laundry room stuff. So the laundry room just looks like a cluttered mess. and I'm just hating on my own build right now. Obviously, this is a really great speed build, or voiceover I meant. This is a great voiceover, I'm just hating on myself. But that's okay, because I have stories which now that I think about it, I don't think I'm gonna make it any better. My stories of me hating myself. It's okay. I will get through this. So let me start off with my love-hate relationship with fast food. Okay, so I feel like there's never anything good to eat in my house, ever. And my mom does a good job about stocking the fridge and making sure we have stuff at home, so that it's not like it's a problem. And here I am, like, maybe I shouldn't talk about this, because I know there are families, I'm not going to talk about with fast food. There we go. I know that there are families who, like, struggle, and they're like, we don't have food at all in our house, and I'm so sorry. But my love-hate relationship with fast food. I usually get some fast food when I'm on my way home from school, and that's like twice a week. So it's not like I get fast food often, or maybe that is often. What is not considered often then if I don't consider that often? You know what, that's pretty often. And sometimes I don't get fast food, but many times I do. So it's not a weekly thing, but it's at least once a week if I don't get it every Monday and Wednesday, because that's when I have class. So this is just a horrible voiceover. All of my voiceovers are just horrible monstrosities that I don't know why anyone listens to them. But like, I hate myself when I get fast food, because I know fast food isn't good for you. And I know I shouldn't be eating it as much as I do, but it's sometimes just so good, or I get a craving. Like Taco Bell. I had I could pull two stories out of this one story right now. I loved the Double Dia from Taco Bell. It was my go-to thing at Taco Bell that I just absolutely loved. And they took that off the menu. And I didn't get it often, but because I tried to like limit myself and whatnot, but they took it off the menu. And the last time, 2 times ago actually, I went and I was like, oh, hi, I don't see the Double D on the menu, are you guys still serving that? And she goes, oh, is that the one with the chicken? And I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, we stopped serving that. And I was like, okay. And so then I got the grilled chicken, like quesadilla. So it has like a whole chicken breast in there. I feel like I told the story already. If I did, I'm so sorry. And so I ordered it, and the woman, the second time around, okay, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting my own story confused. So I ordered the grilled chicken, and then the second time I went to Taco Bell after that, I was like, hi, can I get the grilled chicken quesadilla? And she's like, oh, is that no, how did she say it? It made me feel really stupid. She said something like, no, I didn't see it on the menu anymore, so I was like, did they take it off? So I asked about it, and she goes, oh, we have 2. There's one that was like a grilled chicken, and then we have one that's a, just regular chicken quesadilla. And I was like, oh, okay, can I get the grilled chicken quesadilla? And she said, okay, and we're out of that. And I was like, then why would you offer that to me then? It made no sense. But going back to my love-hate relationship, I just feel bad. And I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but every time I eat out, I feel horrible. Like, I shouldn't be spending money on fast food when I could just as easily go home and eat a healthier meal. And that ties into the second part, B. I could eat a healthier meal that isn't bad for me and isn't made with like a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't know what went into my food, Because when you make your own food at home, like, I don't want to say what chemicals, but like what stuff is going in your food but in fast food, a lot of the stuff is grilled, it's unhealthy for you. And this is not like a PSA where I'm like, eat healthy, because I eat, like I just said, I eat out often. More often than I would like, especially now when Christmas is around, because, and this is gonna lead to my second story. Guys, Christmas is coming around the corner and I still have to buy four more gifts. And I just got my credit card statement in the mail and it is huge. And I forgot that I also paid for next semester's classes already. And I put that on my credit card, so my credit card is just like huge right now. And I'm like stressing out because I don't know if I have enough money to pay my credit card. And that also led to why I was stressed out about eating out. Just thinking about it makes me very uncomfortable. Well, uncomfortable, because I hate, one of the biggest things I hate about complaining about anything is like, I complain, but then I worry that there are obviously people out there in the world, like I could be complaining to you right now about, oh no, I can't afford my credit card. And then somebody else in the comment section could be like, wow, I just lost a family member. Your, problems aren't on my level. And that's one thing that I hate to do, is I hate to complain. I'm a very positive person, but one thing that I hate to do is complain, because I'm gonna take my friend for example. So I have a friend and I hate complaining to him, but every time I talk to him, it's just like I end up complaining about my life. And he's like a student teacher and he's great, and he commutes like 2 hours to work, and many nights he works off 4 hours of sleep, many nights. And like every time he lives like further away from me, so we only talk on the phone. And when we do, I end up complaining, and then I hate myself for complaining because I'm like, my YouTube channel doesn't work. I can't get my videos to work and stuff. And he's like, wow, I commuted 2 hours and I was falling asleep on the road. Oh, and he doesn't drink coffee. And I don't drink coffee, and I'm really tired, and I have to stay up late to write an essay and do X, Y, and Z. And then I feel bad because I complained about my YouTube channel not working. And he's very understanding, and he told me that, to me, like when I complain about my stuff next to his, and I told him that I hate complaining compared to him because his problems are always worse than mine, and I know that. And he said, they seem like they're worse, but in reality you don't know what I'm going through, so your problems could just as to you feel like the same problems that I'm having. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense, but they still aren't. And that's why I feel really horribly bad every single time I complain. But luckily I have YouTube to complain to, and every time I have a problem or I feel something, I can complain on YouTube, because it beats, killing people. Just kidding. Being violent, that's not just kidding. Speaking of which, okay, this isn't me being violent. Actually, I'm doing very well with my segues right now. Let's do some takeaways of my last 10 to 12 minutes of talking. Okay, let's do some takeaways. Well, what about, I don't know, what is a good takeaway? I just ranted about how I fear food. And how Taco Bell employees make me angry. Okay, breathe. Next time you go to a Taco Bell, because I feel like Taco Bell employees are the worst. Every time you go to a Taco Bell drive-thru, just breathe, because they're people just like you and I, and they're just doing their best. That's a good takeaway. What's another good takeaway? I complained about my fear of food. Just, if you can, don't eat out. And if you do, try to eat something healthy. Try to eat food at home, because this way you save money. Here I am preaching, even though I'm not following my own rules. And I'm going to try to follow them because, like I said, money and health are very important things to me. Like, I lost a family member because they ate out a lot and they didn't really take care of themselves too well. So even though I lost a family member, I should start planning and trying to eat healthier and eat at home as much as I can, because I would hate to, you know, I don't want to say pass away, but pass away for something that I could have easily done or avoided, if that makes sense. Like, if I could not limit myself to food. And you guys too, because every time you eat out, I thought we were doing takeaways, but I'm just ranting. Every time you eat out, you don't know what you're eating, and many times there's a lot of sugar in the food that you eat, whether or not you know it. Like I heard or read somewhere that McDonald's puts sugar in everything, so you like get addicted to the sugar and you want to go out and eat more McDonald's. Yeah, but my takeaway is just try to eat healthy as if you can, and I'm gonna try to do that, and I'll tell you guys in a couple of weeks whether or not I'm doing better. And I hope you guys can too. Okay, so if you can, find ways to vent. Like I have YouTube to vent to you guys, and I'm hoping you guys like my venting because I'm not gonna stop. And yeah, this voiceover is just going downhill. I feel like every voiceover I do, the moment I just open my mouth to say, "Hi everyone, it's me, DillysSims," after that, it just goes and crashes, just like an airplane just nosedives down and just crashes and everybody in the plane dies. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel my videos go every single time. It's just, they just go south super quickly. The moment I open my mouth, it just goes essentially. And since I know you guys love my stories and me venting, I'm gonna talk about work for a hot minute, because I had a little itty bitty small mental breakdown. What was it? It was Thursday? Last week? I think it was Thursday. Or was it Wednesday? No, it was Thursday. On Thursday, I had a little itty bitty small mental breakdown, and it went like this. So I showed up to work, and we were doing an off-site catering event, and there's this page that my boss fills out. Let's name this boss Sam, because that's what I've been naming all my bosses. Sam makes a list of everything that needs to be grabbed, and then Sam gives it to other people and they grab it. And so I was under the impression that these people already grabbed it, and one of my other bosses, let's also name him Sam, told me that the other Sam and other people already went to the offsite catering event the day before. So I thought, oh, they already took all the stuff, because I looked around, I couldn't find it. I opened up the big truck that I drive to take stuff, and I couldn't find it there, so I thought, okay, they took it. And the list was already checked off, everything looked great, and the guy Sam, he gave me stuff to take over, because he was in charge of the food. And so I took all of his stuff over, and I get there, and when I get there, Sam is like, okay, where's all the stuff? And I was like, wait, Sam, what do you mean, where's all the stuff? And Sam goes, well, I had a couple of girls the other day pack up all the stuff you need to bring over here. Where's all the stuff? And I was like, well, there are no notes for me telling me where it is. And many times previously, I've had the people, whoever packs the stuff, load it onto the truck for me to take, and it wasn't loaded up. So I was like, I don't know where it is. I don't know where any of the stuff is. And Sam was like, well, I think the girls put it in the closet upstairs. And I thought, why? Like, why? In so many ways, why? and I had a mental breakdown, and Sam was like, you're just gonna... No, wait, this is before my mental breakdown. Sam was just like, well, you know, we'll just unload whatever Sam told you to bring, and then we'll have you go back and grab it. And I was so mad that I had to go back that I was like, and I said this almost word for word. You can almost guarantee that these words came out of my mouth. They were somewhere around this. I said, you know what, Sam? Every single day I come to work, and I hate all of my coworkers just a little bit more because they're all just stupid. They're all just, and I did that, and everyone looked at me, and I'm saying everyone, but it was just Sam and like 4 or 5 other coworkers. And like I've said before, we go through employees so quickly there that nobody is trained properly. So at the one part, I want to blame all the new coworkers, right? Because they're the people who aren't trained properly. But at the same time, I want to blame management because they don't treat employees well enough, or they don't care enough to train the employees well enough to have them not be, and what I've been calling many of the new employees, incompetent. Because it just takes a competent person. But no. And nobody left me notes. Sometimes people, no, not sometimes, many times, people leave me notes like I left this here. But no. And it didn't help me that Sam also, the male Sam, said that the other Sam and other people went to the off-site event and started working on stuff there. I was so mad that day. But then I apologized to one of them. The only one I didn't hate. Which I don't hate any of my coworkers. Let me say that right now because I don't know if any of them are watching. I don't hate most of my coworkers. Some of my coworkers, they have all by themselves not tried me, how do I put this? Have successfully talked shit about me to my friends behind my back, thinking that my friends wouldn't tell me. So those people, I don't care for, and that's fine. It's okay to not care for someone. But I am not gonna go around talking shit about them. I'm just making YouTube videos about it. I'm gonna let them do their thing. I'll do my thing. And if I don't have to, I won't speak to you. That sounds really bad, but I mean, I'm not gonna like ask you about your day because I know you don't care. And I'm talking about one person, Tom. Well, maybe 2 people. There's another person who's lately been making me very angry at work. I made a YouTube video about her. I forgot what I called her. I'm gonna call her Sarah. I know like 2 Sarahs, but Sarah's, if you ever listen to my videos, this is not you. And let me see. I have, I don't know, like 9 minutes left of this video. Let me go through my list and see if there's anything else I could talk about. You know what? Let's do some takeaways. I just sit here and I talk for so long that I forget what I talk about. What did I talk about for the past 10 minutes? I talked about coworkers and me not liking them. Oh, and having a mental breakdown. So, takeaways. When you have a mental breakdown, try not to have a mental breakdown. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I am not capable, and I do not have the tools to tell you guys how to run your life. Just don't hurt anyone. Do whatever, I don't want to say do whatever you want. With some boundaries, of course. Don't hurt people. Just try to be a good person every day. I'm trying. Actually, speaking of trying to be a good person, my mom works at a school, and so one of her co-workers, kind of, somebody who works at the school, tagged her in an email where it was really cute, and she printed it out and she like put it on our fridge. It's the calendar for the month of December, and you do 25, or is it all 30 days? Nice things. And every day it's like December 1st, share this email with as many people as you can. And then yesterday for me was the 3rd. Oh, yeah, and then this is going up tomorrow. So Sunday was the 3rd, and it said, leave happy notes for other people to find. So I wrote, excuse me, I burped. I wrote some really nice notes for my family members, and I've left them around the house for my family members to find. One of my sisters, I played a prank on her. I don't know if she was smart enough to even figure it out yet. I wrote all my notes on Post-it notes. And so I put 2 Post-it notes, and the first one said, you're all right. Because I thought that would be a really funny, like, positive note to get from someone. Because it's not, like a bad note. But it's not necessarily a good note. Just, you're all right. And then underneath that, I just put, I love you, because I love my sisters. So just try to be a good person. And if someone makes you very mad or unhappy, don't treat them poorly. Try to be a better person. Try to be the better person. I try to be the better person by talking and being friendly to them, but not talking to them if I don't have to. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that, I feel like that's an oxymoron, but I'm crossing my fingers that it's not an oxymoron, because that would be really stupid of me to be like, you guys be nice to everyone, but if someone makes you mad, don't ever speak to them again. Like, speak to them, be nice to them, treat them good and fair and properly, but that doesn't mean you have to go around and, like, kiss their ass. That's my personal views on when somebody makes you angry. Just try to be a good person, even though other people might make you very, very angry. Yes. Okay, I'm looking at the build right now, and, like, this room is another reason why I hated furnishing this house. Because, I don't know, I feel like the rooms, I stuck with, like, one color, and it was this brown, ugly poop color. And then I was like, what goes good with it? Black. I don't know. Oh, in this room too, because for some reason this house had a pantry. I don't know how to make a pantry, so what did I do? Look, I just grabbed a whole bunch of random crap. I think I'm trying to figure it out right now. Here we go. I grabbed, like, sacks of stuff, and I just put them on the counters. Like, why? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. This was just not a good house build for me. Let me see. What do I have to talk about? Me hating complaining, I already talked about that. Christmas shopping, I lightly talked about that. I have 4 more people to Christmas shop for. My sister, my 2 best friends, and my best friend's husband. Which my best friend's husband, easiest thing to shop for. I mean, not that he's a thing, he's a person. He's the easiest person I have ever met to shop for, because every year I get him the same thing. Food. And it's not just like food, I get him like generic food, like a can of popcorn, because, well, why not? It's easy, and to tell the truth, I don't know him too well, which is sad because Kayla's one of my best friends, so I feel like I should know her spouse pretty well, especially since they've been together for, I don't know, like 12 years already. It's been 12 years. Wow. They just had their anniversary like 2 weeks ago, and I was like shook because it feels like just yesterday she got married, but it's been a whole year. Yeah. Am I getting close to doing the video? Sort of ish, but not really. I was gonna do my outro, but I don't want to accidentally cut it too early because I know you all love my beautiful voice. You know what? I have 2 more things to talk about, and I don't want to run out of things to talk about at the end of the week for Speed Build Sunday. Okay, I'm going to lightly talk about this room. This room was horrible to furnish. I hated it. It was bad. Where I put the TV, I liked it, but the room was still so big that I could have fit like an entire movie theater in here. Like, I use this and I love doing this. This whole thing, I love that look. Looks beautiful, in my personal opinion. And I put the TV there, just looks great. But then, here's the problem. We don't have enough items to put on the bookshelves so they don't look plain and boring. And B, I just didn't know what to put, so I put random furniture, not random, not like, dishwashers, but I put furniture that I thought would look good in places, but they just didn't. So I'm just not happy with the build. Maybe you guys like it, I don't. And I'm gonna leave this part off here. I'm gonna stop my voiceover, because this whole voiceover was bad. But remember, friends, be nice to people whether or not they make you angry. Try to eat healthy. Breathe so you don't have a mental breakdown. Take a step back. Do stuff like that if you feel like you're gonna start screaming and yelling at people. Breathe, count to 10, do stuff like that. Because sometimes I do, but I don't know what happened. I just started screaming at them. And I'm gonna leave this part off here. Like, subscribe, comment, do all those fun YouTube things. This house can be found in the gallery under the name Modern Family. Just Modern Family, not Modern Family Home, just Modern Family. Or you can find it by searching me on the gallery, DillysSims, just like it's spelled on this channel. And if you want, hit that subscribe button and you will be notified every single time I post something, which is every single day except Wednesday. And I always have a lot of fun, riveting content for you guys. Stuff that I work super hard on. Hard on sounds weird. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking right now, and I will catch all of you guys next time. Bye, everybody.